This is Josh Brinson, and this is my Game Engine 1 demo. I've just started my engine, and this is the default view for the demo that I've got set up here. You can see the three models, pyramid, cube, and sphere. They're moving back and forth here, in and out of view. Right now they can only rotate along one axis at a time. It can be any of the three, but only one at a time. I want to get it set up so they can move along multiple. Um, I don't think it'll be that hard. I just haven't gotten around to it. My time's been going into other features. So you can see they're also rotating. Each of these is rotating along one axis again. They can rotate along, you know, any or all of the axes if need be or if desired. These three happen to only be rotating on one, but we will see some shapes that are rotating on more than one later. I can toggle on or off the drawing of my camera's frustum, so we can not see it very well from here, but I've got a second camera set up so that we can see it. And now you can see the original three shapes, the brown sphere, the yellow cube, and the green pyramid, moving in and out of the main camera's view. And then you can see that cube in the middle there. It was sitting just left of the screen. We can see it from here, but the main camera, it's out of view. It is rotating on more than one axis, and so is that blue pyramid that's above the original camera. I've got shaders, different shaders put in, so got texture and light here, and then just texture, just light, wireframe, pretty much just what we did in lecture. I want to get the system cleaned up a little bit better, but again, this was working code, so I spent my time on getting other things implemented, and I do want to get this cleaned up for next semester, so it's on the to-do list, and it shouldn't be too hard. I've written enough managers in the rest of this code that I can probably cobble one together fairly quickly. We've got culling implemented, so here's the bounding spheres that we use. These bounding spheres are actually done per camera, so camera 1, no bounding spheres, camera 2, bounding spheres, and it can be on both of them or on either. It's probably not very useful to do it this way, but I wanted to have something draw related that was done per camera, so bounding spheres seemed like a good candidate for that. I've got some movement controls, so I can go forward and backward and left and right. I can pan left, or that was right rather, or left to get back to center. Tilt up, tilt down, and chase that cube around a little bit. Let's tilt back up again, and you can see that my position hasn't changed, or not much. I did move him a little bit, but it's pretty much the same position, and he's just angled up now. He can angle all the way around. There's that blue pyramid, and there's that red one behind us, and then there's probably some nothing for a while here, and this is relatively near where we started. I can also roll the camera. So all the camera movements are based on the camera's perspective. So if I roll, I go all the way upside down here, then I can still tilt up, tilt down, and it doesn't matter that I'm flipped upside down. Culling is implemented, so finish rolling here, get back to the main camera. We only see these three shapes, but from this camera we can pan over and we see there's a Actually, maybe it'll be better if we slide over. And we see there's a purple sphere back there, but it's just past the far plane for the frustum. So if we move forward, all of a sudden it comes into view, and then backwards, and it disappears again. Again, pan to the right and see that cube that was off screen. So that's a good example of culling, as well as the bounding spheres. And my favorite feature, saved it for last. It's also related to culling. So I've got it set up so that, let's get into a better view here. Try to get all the shapes in. I've got it set up so that we can cull based on one camera while viewing from another. So I'm going to toggle that on, and we will cull based on the main camera's frustum while still looking at it from this camera. So all the other shapes disappeared except for the starting three, and as those move in and out of view, they disappear. The sphere and pyramid seem like they're almost doing the same thing, but we saw earlier they were moving in different directions, so oops. We'll go in to the far side here, and now you can see that a little bit better. Turn on this guy's frustum. If we move forward, we can see the second camera's frustum start to come into view. And we'll back up to our original, well, close to our original position, so you can see the original three shapes. And oops, too far. That's pretty much the game engine. I've got 3 models, a couple different textures. Not that you can see it from here, but there's one, there's another one. Let's turn off that culling so we can see them all. Some different shaders, bounding spheres, culling, and some pretty decent camera movement controls. There's still a lot to get working, and I'm sure we're going to be adding quite a few more advanced features, but I feel pretty good about where I am right now. Some of this was harder to get working than other features, but overall things are going pretty well, and I hope you enjoyed the demo. Thank you.